What's going on, everybody? Justin here. The Winds of Change is the channel name, and today I want to talk to you about items that you can only sell in the cold months on Amazon. So what kind of items are those? Meltable items. The meltable items are items that FBA will only store when it is cold outside. So I'm going to share with you what meltable items are, why it's a good idea to look for them now, and then also one item that I picked up to resell recently, as well as a bonus sort of tip to think about as you're out there sourcing. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. What is a meltable item? What does Amazon consider meltable in your inventory? And this is right from the Amazon page here. Products in Amazon fulfillment centers must meet quality standards during the summer months, 75 to 155 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature range is set to protect product integrity during product storage and shipping. So max 155 degrees Fahrenheit is how hot it can get. My first thought is, holy crap, the guys that have to work in that 155 degrees Fahrenheit warehouse, right? So that's sort of their roundabout guidelines on how they determine it. So when can you send in meltable items? Well, up here, October 16th through April 14th only. I don't know when you're watching this, but it's January, so it's still not too late to go out and find some of those items that are meltable. And this isn't about necessarily tracking down meltable items. You'd be chasing your own tail, but this is more a video to say, hey, you know, start looking at some of the things that maybe you wouldn't look at during the year, like chocolates and candies. And as you're looking for those, if they come up meltable, then you need to realize you can only send them in during a certain time. October 16th to April 14th. If they're in there from April 15th to October 15th, Amazon is going to dispose of them for a fee. So make sure you watch what you're doing. So these are the kind of things that you can add to your sourcing, right? These are the kind of things that are, if you're out there looking and you're thinking, okay, I normally look at toys, I normally look at clothing, what else can I add to sort of my niche or my categories when I'm out here sourcing to send into FBA to make more money? Well, if you start to get into food, and especially when there's big discounts after like Christmas, Valentine's Day, those kind of things, even Halloween, in like Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, all those places have huge discounts on their candy, right? Candy is a lot of times going to be meltable, especially if it's chocolate or something like that. So that would be a good time to think, yes, it's between October and April. Let me make sure that I'm in the meltable season, that I can send these in, and then go out and start looking down those clearance aisles at the end of holiday clearance at big box stores. So now I'm just going to give you an item that I picked up recently. I picked this up the other day at Walgreens for 70% off. And when I saw that, I was like, man, 70% off is a lot, but let's see what they're selling for online. And it turns out they're selling for enough that I can make a pretty healthy profit, and they're selling really quickly as well. So one thing that I do is if I find something that's a good deal, I'll buy it, and then I'll go to all the other stores around. So I found this at Walgreens, went to a few other Walgreens. Unfortunately, they were not all 70% off. Some of them had them for $7, some of them had them for $8. So I only picked up the ones that were $3. So that was a bust, but that's just a method that I use. If I find something that's good, I'll go to the other stores to see if they have it as well. So let me tell you why I picked these up. I just scanned these out of curiosity. I was like, Harry Potter's pretty popular, 70% off, let's check it out. And on the Amazon scanning app, it did say that it was meltable, which was okay because I knew that it was fine to send in right now because of the time. So I ended up paying $3 each for these. And so just look at the profit on this. Now this is minus like a 30-cent per pound fee to send it into Amazon. But just look here. So I'm spending $3 and I'm making $5.60. That's pretty good. And I think I got about 10 or 15 of these. I was done with doors. Spend 3, make $5.60 per, 187 ROI. That's really, really good. A lot of times you're only going to be getting like 35-40% ROI on items. So this is pretty good. And if you look down here, they're selling like crazy. All these down dips and change in sales rank are sales. So these sold nuts like crazy in December for $17.93. If you go back here to October, $19.99. Now I'm not going to be able to hold on to these until next October, right? especially at the Amazon warehouse. I wouldn't want to anyway. I'm just going to get them, send them in, and then reuse the money. So for this beginning of this year, all January, it looks like they've been like in the 13s, right? Almost $14, which is fine. So I picked up the Albus Dumbledores, and I thought I'd picked up all Albus Dumbledores. I didn't realize that they had different kinds. So I did pick up a few Harry Potters. Fortunately, they were selling for enough to make money as well. They're $10.50 now. They were $11.68, which next in line. I'm sorry, $11.86, which is next in line. I'm gonna leave mine at this price for right now, and so I'm hoping to at least double my money. If we put in the $11.86 though, boom, 143% ROI. Same thing, super high seller rank, 19,000, pretty good, right? So these are, again, this is just something you can start to look out for. And let me share with you, this is the last thing I want to share with you today. This is just a tip. Just because Amazon doesn't mark it as meltable does not mean it's not going to melt. Take lipstick, for example. Here we have lipstick, queen, frog, prince lipstick. Green lipstick, not sure who's wearing green lipstick, but it's pretty popular. 12,000 in beauty. Selling like crazy. Volatile price, always up and down, selling really fast. I picked up, I think, 5 or 6 of these at TJ Maxx, and they sold as soon as they hit the warehouse. I picked these up for $6, sold for $25, making about $12. Almost 200% ROI, return on investment. Pretty dang good, right? So one thing to keep in mind though is, like I said, this is not listed as meltable on Amazon. However, lipstick melts at about 130 degrees. So depending on where you're at in the country, if this is going to a warehouse that is going to be stored at over 130 degrees, you may want to consider that. Amazon doesn't catch every meltable item. I've had items that weren't listed as meltable, sent them in, they've lasted until the summer, and then they've shipped them in the summer, and then I've gotten complaints that they were melted when they arrived. So you want to keep that in mind, right? So in a case like this wouldn't hurt to, if it was summer, to still pick these up, send one in and see how it goes. But as soon as I got a complaint back that it was melting, I would just hold on to them until the winter, right? So you just got to know sort of your area and your location when it comes to meltable things. All right, so that's about it. That's all I wanted to share with you today. Just keep in mind, you're not restricted on the meltable items when it's in season, right? So when it's within that time frame that Amazon allots, you can sell them, and that can actually add quite a bit of extra revenue to your annual income, right? That you're doing on your reselling business. So keep that in mind. Be on the lookout for them. Don't be afraid to scan stuff you'd never think to scan before. If you've never thought to scan chocolate before, don't be afraid to go out there and scan it. If you like these videos, go ahead and hit a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.